Hey everybody, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're taking a look at an exciting set, the BrickLink Designer Program Series 1 Snack Shack, designed by Stefan Cornelissen, also known as the DistractedBuilder on BrickLink. Set number 910030 contained 539 pieces. The Snack Shack was released here in 2024. BrickLink is a subsidiary kind of program of Lego, so it is an official Lego set made with real Lego pieces. This is part of Series 1, kind of a revamped version of the BrickLink Designer Program they've done previously, but they restarted the numbering, I guess, and they called it Series 1. Looking at the box here, it is an interesting box with kind of a unique design as other BrickLink sets in the past. This is my first one that I'm going to be building here with the channel. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do a quick time-lapse speed build of it, open it up, see what's inside, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the set. Let's crack it open.
Cutting open the box, you realize there are still some of the plastic bags inside as well as the miscellaneous pieces. There are a total of 8 numbered bags, the miscellaneous pieces, this little write-up about the set, and a small sticker sheet. As I got started with this build, it seemed like any other Lego set, but as I started getting into it a little more, I could tell if things were a little bit off in some areas that might not normally be, and I used some different techniques that didn't seem officially authorized by Lego, you would say, but I thought it was coming together really nice. I like how it's built on this platform like this in order to kind of give it just a little bit more depth, but I really like the trailer or the shack itself. I thought it was interesting how it had that curve, but that's probably why you're able to use some of these new techniques that I don't really use before there, but I thought it came together really nicely. I always enjoy these smaller builds because it's like about 500 or so pieces. You can just sit down in one setting and just crush it out, and I really enjoyed putting this together because it doesn't feel too daunting compared to maybe some bigger sets. Even though I felt like I had a few issues with some of the build techniques, I thought it was an overall great build experience. So let's take a look at the set.
Okay, and here is the BrickLink Designer Program Snack Shack. So this is an interesting build for sure. Like I said, this is my first BrickLink Designer Program set that I have ever built. And the difference between this and like a Lego Ideas set is it doesn't have the final polish, a lot of folks will say, like a Lego Ideas set does, because that is an actual idea and then actual Lego designers design the set. This is the fan creator does it and they make it. Like they don't normally make too many changes other than maybe available parts or something like that. So you could tell that it was a little flimsy in areas that maybe wouldn't have passed like Lego's actual standards. I'm going to try and show you some of the details, but because of how this is built, it's hard to get inside of the actual Snack Shack and see some of those interior details. Out front here, I like this little wooden deck that's made here. It has some jumpers. You can see it's kind of meant to be kind of broken there. It's got this little table. There's no studs on it, and you're meant to place like this little drink and this sandwich or a sub maybe. I'm not too sure. It makes me think of a hot dog, but they have actual hot dogs, so I don't know why they would do that. It does come with 2 minifigures. I'll show you in just a moment. It does come with a seagull out front here as well. It's like a rubberized type of that. Set does come with 3 stickers, which you can see easily at the front of the set. There's this menu sticker that's meant to be kind of crooked like that. The Snack Shack main logo, and this little black thing which is just meant to be like a hole. I feel like they could have just done a black piece for that, but I get what they're doing with that, so that's fine. Just looking at the exterior, of course there's a lot of olive plant pieces and vegetation, a little trash can, a little mouse bucket, a lot of the more olive vegetation going all the way around the sides there. On the back, and then with the palm tree, of course, too, with like a little birdhouse on there, so that's kind of nice. Around the side here, you've got a couple cardboard corrugated boxes there, like some sort of fuel supply, I think, for the Snack Shack. You can see it has a little funnel up there, and then another window around the back. And here's just a quick shot of all the extra pieces that come with it. I thought it was interesting how they just give you all these extra tools, though, as well, without any other further instructions, just because you use one of them in the build. This front door does open. You can kind of open it like that. You can see it does have like a little light piece that you can put there. Seeing inside, again, I'll try and open it up so you can see a little better in just a second. You can see the other minifigure and a broom right over there. Also up front, you've got some condiments. Looks like some sriracha, salt, ketchup, and mustard. Taking a look at the minifigures, nothing out of the ordinary here. I do like the Snack Shack chef here. He's kind of just got like overalls or a little kind of apron on, just a kind of standard baseball cap. You can see it kind of going around the back. No alternative face or anything. Just some normal blue jeans there. Again, with kind of the apron detail, which I think does look pretty good. Over here, you've got the customer, kind of like a nice little outfit. It does have printing on the legs, which is nice for both of these minifigures to include that. But neither one of them come with alternate face expressions there. But I think these are both great looking minifigures, and I think complement the set well with kind of like the earth tones with the browns and such there. So I think these were great choices to go with. The only other part that officially opens without kind of taking it apart is this back, which again is kind of flimsy. It doesn't have any supports along here. If you can kind of see, that just has these wedges. I feel like you needed one more plate right here, but again, you lose that slim feature by doing that. So you can kind of get in here, but you really don't have any other access in order to do this without actually taking stuff off. This back part, I think, is on jumpers and can come off, so you can kind of get inside a little bit better. Taking a look at that other mini build, you've got like a little looks like a panini press kind of thing, and like a mixer. That's where you use one of the tool pieces in order to kind of make that, which is kind of interesting there. Adding a little bit of light, you're able to kind of see inside. There's like a little refrigerator. You can see some of his other little condiments. He's got like a frying station there. You can see like the clear pieces on top of the yellow to show like the fryer. There's a little chicken wing sitting in there, and he's on his own little jumper footpad, so he can rest his feet a little bit. You can see kind of the fridge in there. That doesn't open up or anything, but that's really the main interior details I wanted to show you. And then you just kind of close it up just like this, but again, it gets a little stuck, but you just kind of put it in there, and then it does make a nice shape once you do it there in order to kind of get back to the presentable Snack Shack. Something of note for the BrickLink Designer Program, they do not come with printed instructions, so you have to go online and use like the Builder app, or they'll get a PDF off BrickLink in order to build the set. So what are our overall thoughts of the Snack Shack? I think this is a great idea. I think LEGO needs to do more of these type of sets in general, because with the BrickLink Designer Program, you see a lot of like modular style buildings, and obviously LEGO makes their own modular buildings, but you don't see a lot of this kind of stuff from LEGO, something that is meant to be modular, but more of like these smaller, cheaper sets, so it's not like the $200, $300 modular building. It's something like this here. I believe this was like $60. I think LEGO could learn a little bit from something like this in order to do more sets similar in the future. These kind of smaller type sets I think would do really well. For the set itself, again, it had a few building things that felt a little clunky, but that's something to be expected. With all the gray, it feels a little bit like LEGO Star Wars, just a little bit, but I think this is really fun. But I really like the look of it, especially from a distance. It just looks nice. It has enough details in order to really kind of pop in a LEGO City. So this is going to look great on my LEGO City beach area, so stay tuned for that when we place that eventually. But overall, I think this was worth the money. I'm sure it's going to be more expensive on the aftermarket. That's why I bought two, because I think they're just going to be really great, and I love the style compared to some of the things that are in now Series 2 or Series 3. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for. I also purchased the Series 1 old train engine shed, so stay tuned for that. But I think this one is a great set, and I would recommend it if you're ever able to pick it up. I think it's going to look great in most situations, and again, I think these smaller sets are great. Shout out to the designer one more time. They did a great job. Glad their set got made. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like down below. Comment what you think of the Snack Shack. Are you with me? Is this something that LEGO should do kind of more of, or are you just wanting more of the big sets? So let me know in the comments for that. But if not, until next time, subscribe for more content coming your way. And until next time, thanks for coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Have a good one.